What's Duper balloon, neon sign, and certain light bulbs have in common? They are all filled with
Some atoms don't hook together. They don't interact with other atoms. And these are what we call the noble elements, or the noble gases.
Of the six noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, and xenon.
In today's video, we're gonna learn about the noble gases. Noble gases, their characteristics, and also their uses.
3, 2, 1.
The noble gases, also known as Group 0 of the periodic table, consist of 6 elements: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and also radon. These elements are notable for having a full valence shell of electron. Helium has 2 valence electrons, whereas the other noble gases each have 8 valence electrons. The noble gases all have full valence shell, which make them a very stable element. In fact, they are so stable that in the past, chemists thought that they could not react with other elements, which is why they are called the inert gases or unreactive gases. But scientists today know that inert gases can actually create compounds with other elements. There are so many examples of it, like argon fluorohydra, cyanic acid, and lastly, radionufluoride. Which is why today, this group of elements is called the noble gases instead. All of the noble gases are colorless and monatomic, meaning that they exist as a single atom. Moving down the group, the number of electron shells increase by one shell. Hence, the further down the group, the bigger the atom. And the size of the atom affects many things of its characteristic. One of it is its boiling point. Although when gases form, they all still have boiling point below minus, with helium has the lowest of them all. And these all still relate with the outer shells of the electrons. We're going further down the periodic table, meaning larger atoms which can contain more electrons. These electrons will create greater intermolecular forces that will end up with higher boiling point. On the opposite side, atoms that are smaller has lesser electron, ending up with lesser intermolecular forces, which results in lower boiling point. Also, moving down is another characteristic, which is masses or density, where as you can see further down, that the masses keep increasing, with radon being the heaviest of the gases. This is because gases like helium has smaller atoms, meaning they are less dense and are even lighter than air, like helium and neon. On the other side, radon and xenon have larger atoms, making them have higher density and are even heavier. Let's see example from the next video.
The relative atomic mass increases. The gases get denser. Helium is lighter than air. Neon is just lighter. Argon and krypton, I've just got to unstick these from the anchorage for a moment. Argon and krypton are both heavier than air. And xenon is the heaviest of the lot. You've heard of a lead balloon? Well, this is it.
Now, we already learned because of their properties, the noble gases are very stable and hardly reactive. As well as their individual characteristic, the noble gases have many practical real-life applications. For example, one you might already know is helium used to fill party balloons. But do you know why our voice become funny when we breathe helium? Since helium has such low density, it travels twice as fast to our vocal cord and nasal passage, giving our voice a weirdly funny tone. And because of this property, helium is also used to fill airships. There are actually many other interesting uses of noble gases in industry. Krypton and xenon are used in flat panel display manufacturing, and some type of laser that can actually burn and cut through stuff, which is really dangerous.
You'll be done for! You just wait until you hit! Hit! Oh man!
And since the 90s, xenon is being used increasingly for car headlight to increase road safety. Xenon lamp produce a very bright light and increase contrast and color fusion. Although it is very inert, when an electrical current is passed through neon, it emits a bright orange light. Light bulbs are also filled with argon, and unlike air, it will not react with the tungsten filament, making it really safe. Noble gases are also applied in medicine. Xenon is an effective natural anesthetic.
Do that. Hit it.
Before fundamental fortity, because
Oh, thank God.
It helps doctor maintain the patient blood pressure and heart rate during operation, and has particularly few side
Even
effects.
talks in his sleep. Why am I not surprised?
Meanwhile,
probably
radon,
know how
known
this
as a
symbol is
highly
supposed to make you
radioactive
feel.
element,
And
its
this one.
characteristic has been put to use in radiotherapy in attempt to cure cancer. The uses of noble gases goes beyond that. Argon are sometimes used as a filler in double glazing set between two glass panels. Argon will offer a very good insulation because it has a lower thermal conductivity than the molecules making up the air. And it doesn't stop there. In the space industry, xenon are excessively used as a propellant that help us steer satellites on their orbital path. It must ensure that we can put the satellite in movement. So, now you know the basic of noble gases, the group of 18 elements. Let's hope that in the future, scientists will find more creative and amazing ways to utilize this wonderful element of nature. Thank you for your attention.